Yo, what's up, guys? Are you guys tired of the biased anime adventures tier list, and you want to see something that can help you, something that can help the normal player, the leaderboard player, and just your average player? Okay. Now, last time I did it by myself, but today I got my boy Nick with me, and yeah, there's a new update, so we're gonna go through the new units. There's quite a bit on here, but don't worry, we'll get through them. All right, so we'll start with Heisen. Um,
I think he's good for leaderboard runs,
he
but
he
not
is.
much else, honestly.
Yeah, that's why I kind of want to put him in just good. Is he hybrid?
I think he might be hybrid.
I think he might be too. Let me check.
I
Also,
don't think he's like that meta though.
if you guys have any questions about a unit, just do this. Just type in the unit and put Anime Adventures at the end, and here you can click on them and see.
He's kind of falling out of meta
He is
now.
he is definitely falling out of meta. Even for leaderboards, I don't know if you still take him, but
I honestly don't think you do anymore.
I don't even see anything that says he's meta or not meta, that he's hybrid. Yeah, it just says he's ground.
Oh, dude, I
But
thought he was hybrid.
yeah, I thought so too. Maybe he is, and it's just not. I don't know. We're just gonna keep him in ground. He is
Yeah,
falling out of meta, even for leaderboards. Honestly, I'd say, because I mean, now, like, do you even bring him, or you just bring Ainz?
I think Ainz is honestly just a better choice.
Um, Now, like in other tier lists, like people have support and utility. I kind of feel like they're the same thing because they would separate like bleed units and utility. But like, what is a bleed unit doing? It's support. Like I meant
Yeah,
amplification. Like it's just supporting.
it is pretty much the same.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna put Crush in support. Other than that, he's awful, terrible. Just
Yeah,
don't
outside
summon
of
for him.
like outside of like shield breaking, he sucks.
Yeah, do not summon for him. But if you have him, I guess Cell is honestly unviable. Unique Cell only does like 100k or something like
Yeah,
that. That's
Cell
unique.
is just bad at this point.
Now, if you got the Ballin skin, slide it my way. But but, but other than that,
That's the only reason I want him.
yeah, he is pretty bad. Endeavor,
He's decent burn. He's good
he
burn.
he is, but they keep introducing burn units, so I feel like he might still be meta ground, honestly, but he's
If
still,
he is like low meta
yeah,
ground,
he's gonna be near the bottom because he one more burn unit and he'll be out for sure. Whitebeard is unviable. Do not summon for Whitebeard.
Fuji
Fujitora,
is meta hill,
yeah, he's arguably the best hill now.
best physical hill.
Yeah, but I say that because not they've introduced so many magic hills. When are we getting another physical one? I mean, we did just
I
get
don't
another
know.
physical hybrid, but not the same thing. Genos, he's a hybrid and he's
He's
decent.
yeah, he's pretty decent.
He's not unviable, but he's not meta anymore. Also, before we really continue, I mean, if you pull any mythic, it's better than none. Don't get me wrong. So if you happen to have Crush,
Unless it's Tarita.
actually, you should cry if you have Crush. But other than that, like, or Tarta, yeah. Most mythics, there's like maybe 5 mythics you don't want to get because not only does Crush um, suck even when you evolve them, it's so hard to evolve them. So as a new player, like,
So time consuming.
yeah,
So many star fruits.
yeah, he's just really bad. He would go in unviable if he didn't have a use, but he does. Oh, we got Gojo. He's definitely
He
higher in support.
Yeah, Gojo's up there. I think he's on like the borderline if you want to bring.
Yeah,
Like he has better options, but he's not horrible.
he is really good. He's not a top 10 unit, so I kind of did this one differently, Nick. I did a top 10 just to kind of show you the units you want to go for. Um,
Yeah,
I feel like it's pretty good, and like some units we can decide because like Law could be counted as a support, but I feel like,
I think you're doing top 10
yeah, me
rather
too.
than support because like he is support, but he also does good damage.
Yeah. Golden Frieza, I honestly still kind of want to put him meta hill. He does a ton of damage. Yeah, there's a
I
lot of
think
replacements out now, but
yeah, as long as he's evolved, I'd say he's still meta hill.
yeah, it's just
It's
very
just really
annoying.
annoying to evolve him.
But if we get
Just
another
time
good
consuming.
magic hill, he's probably gonna fall out.
Yeah, he's definitely like really low in the meta hills.
Gon, I don't know if he's good or
I
unviable.
don't think he's viable anymore
I
for
can
like
agree with that.
leaderboards or anything.
No, he just does a ton of like he does 150k I think, but his cooldown is like 30 seconds or 45 seconds. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. It is not
Like
worth
for
it.
story, he's fine, but for anything else, I'd say he's probably unviable.
Yeah, he's pretty bad. Diane, I actually saw she actually does quite a bit of damage. I don't think she's, and I think
She
she's a little
also
more useful than
stuns, doesn't
Aizen.
she?
I'm not sure. I've never even seen anybody use her, but she does like actually like 140k or something like that. Might be higher, might be a
Yeah.
little lower, but
She's meh,
yeah,
but she also has the stun.
yeah. I'd say she's a good ground though. I feel
Yeah, I'd
like
say
you,
she's
yeah.
minimum good round.
Akano, what she did? You had her. She did like what 100 something k.
Yeah, like maybe mid 100Ks. So probably good ground area. Nothing
Yeah,
special on her.
yeah. She's mainly used for trading, honestly.
Yeah,
Then we got Bond, who's a support. It's a little bit better than Crush.
even then though, she doesn't have much trade value.
Yeah. Gyutaru, um,
He's good for the bleed.
yeah, but I just don't know, especially with like the new units, if he's still. I
Mm.
feel like he'd just be good now. He'd probably be top of good, but because like you're not gonna take him over Shalta
Oh yeah,
anymore,
you're
like
definitely not.
you're not. So I think yeah, Gyutaru has to go down here now. Gyutaru is still really good and does a ton of damage, especially if you have a bleed. Even without unique, I mean, he can do like 400, 600k with bleed. So he's still a really good unit if you have him. He's just not meta anymore because there's better options. Now I
Yeah,
got
he's
Hanji.
great, but
Hanji's
like there's so
unviable.
many people who've replaced him.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, we don't even really have to talk about Hanji, one of the worst bleed units now.
Yeah, really sucks for him, I guess. I don't know.
Hawks, it's tough to put him. I mean, he technically is a support, but I honestly feel like he should go in Hill
I've
hybrid.
honestly never used him.
Yeah, he like heals your team, I'm pretty sure,
Ah,
but at the same time, he does do decent amount of damage. I think he does he does a little over 100k, I'm pretty sure like 140 or something like that.
mm.
I could be wrong,
he's he seems alright.
but
I don't
either
think he's
way,
anything special.
yeah, I think he belongs here rather than support. Fugo is unviable. Each.
Ichigo's unviable.
Oh, do you think so?
These other
I think he's good
he's
for story,
yeah, story he's good.
but he
So
is
yeah,
close to becoming unviable because he does become hybrid. That's the good thing about him, and he is cheap. That's the only. If he wasn't hybrid, he would definitely be here. But
yeah,
just the
I
fact
agree.
that he's hybrid, he can
I
stay up
honestly
there.
forgot he does hybrid.
Yeah. Honestly, I think Itachi's gonna move down to good ground behind Gyutaro. That
Yeah,
he's just
Itachi's fallen a lot.
yeah, just doesn't do that much damage, and the burn is not like. I mean, if Endeavor's barely up here, then Itachi cannot be there anymore.
That's fair. That's fair.
Jotaro's support, but honestly, he's
Probably above Crush, no more though.
yeah. I mean, you're bringing Gojo every time over him.
Yeah.
Now, last time I did one, I have no idea who this is. You know this? That's not
Uh,
Amelia.
that's the high school DxD character. I know that. I don't know how good she is though.
I don't either. I don't really know anything about her. So she's tradable, but I feel like we just
She's
put her in
more than
unviable.
likely an unviable
Yeah,
though.
because we don't know anything about her, and I feel like if we did,
Julius
Julius.
is probably better than Jotaro for support,
Yeah, I
just
agree with
because of
that.
his ability.
Yeah, but Julius, you're only bringing him for leaderboards, by the way. He costs
Yeah.
10k to play, so yeah, you're not bringing him for anything else. But he has a support. At the end of the day, but yeah, I'd probably put him there too. Brooke, also a
Brooke,
support. I'd probably put him above
he's
Julius, maybe
I
even
would
above
say
Bond.
yeah. Yeah, above Bond I think is a little better spot.
Yeah. Now, like for some of these units, like for example, like for Brooke, he is a tradable unit, so it's going to be hard to get your hands on him. Especially his value's not insanely high, but it is not that
He's
low
up
either.
there.
Yeah, you can't just trade skins for him, so you guys are gonna have to get some units. Um,
And then is that Kyoka?
yeah, honestly, Kyoka does a ton of damage.
Yeah, she's actually not bad.
I think she goes there above
I can
Endeavor.
agree with that. I
Um,
liked her for a little.
yeah, she is actually pretty good. Law, I mean, without a doubt, is top 10.
Yeah, definitely top 10.
I mean, we might have to
Luffy,
wait for some of them to push them up, but Law for sure is
yeah,
top 10.
because top 10's kind of hard to choose.
Um,
Luffy, I think could be meta hybrid.
I think he is
Low
still meta hybrid. The problem is with him is he does a lot of damage and he is hybrid. And before you make him hybrid, he is like a multi-hit. So it's
Yeah.
like you want to put him higher, but it's just that final upgrade that makes him a single hit. It's hard to put him any higher. Like I feel like he's gonna stay here for a very long time.
Unless we get more meta hybrids, and then he's probably gonna fall off.
Yeah, he just does he does a lot of damage, but it just depends. Like he's kind of flexible. Like
Yeah.
if you want to take care of shields, just don't upgrade him all the way, and he still does like 170k. Like he's still, yeah, he goes there. He's just flexible. Madoka is a meta hill
Yeah.
above Frieza, I think. I mean, Frieza does
I
a lot
think
more
so.
damage, but his cooldown and range are just, and he's so hard to
Yeah.
evolve.
And dude, Madoka has just like a really massive range
Oh yeah, she
and a
does.
large AOE as well.
Now, I'm not gonna call it out, but I did watch a tier list, and they put Mommy in good hybrid. I think she's meta. I think she's still better than Luffy.
Mm,
I mean, she's one of the only good
I
light
think
characters in the game.
that's fair. I think she gets good when she hits hybrid, but before then, probably not.
I guess that's fair. We could put her below Luffy, honestly, but I still think she is meta. I mean, she
She's
does
definitely
so
up there.
much damage, and if you want to do like the Stain Raid, it's either her or Metal Knight. Like that's what you got to
Yeah.
bring. And she just does a ton of damage, and yeah, it takes a little bit to get to the hybrid, but before then, she could carry you through story. She could carry you through so many portals. I mean, it's fine. I still think she's meta. Megami is a
Megumi,
support, but he's pretty
he is a
bad.
support, but I think he's more on the. Yeah, he's above Crush, I'd say.
Yeah, because he just gives like 30% buff to, um, just like a 30% buff to
Yeah.
magic units. I'm actually gonna make a new category. We're not there yet, but I want to make a must-have because like, where are they at on here? I think they have like speed cart and stuff. Hopefully, I'm
I
trying to
don't
look.
think Speed Cart's on the list.
Oh yeah, they got Wendy and Orwin.
Yeah, I see those two.
Yeah, I don't see speed cart and bone, but though I kind of want to make a must-have because there's some units that,
Cart and Bulma are kind of just like givens to have, though.
yeah, that's what I wanted to put them there, but we'll just make a must-have here. It's not going to be that big because these are units that like you're just gonna pull and you need to keep. Meliodas,
It's a really good dark unit.
yeah, he does a lot of damage.
Like he's old, but he's still really up there.
He is.
I'd say he could even be meta ground.
I would too, but I feel like he's got to be at the bottom.
Mm,
Just because you don't get AoE circle on him till like the last upgrade. I think like the
yeah.
second one is AoE circle, but you only have that for 2 upgrades. It does like no damage. And he's very good to have Lost Vein on and stuff, but
yeah.
there's just a lot of units that are better quicker, I would say. Like once you max him out, he's really, really strong. He does, because like I know I have one on my alt with range 3, he does 220k. So
Dang.
yeah, he is really, really strong. So I think he still goes there.
Yeah, I think he's falling off more and more, but he's still
Yeah.
pretty up there.
Now I'm gonna go Metal Knight. I honestly want to put him above Fuji.
I believe he is above Fuji.
Yeah, like these two are preference. Honestly, they're still the
Yeah.
top 2, no matter what you hear people say, and we'll explain that in a bit. But Metal Knight is just the Infinity Castle carry. You just place him and you win everything. You don't need any other unit but Metal Knight to get to level 100. I mean, it's true though.
Yeah. Like even level 150, you really don't need anything besides Metal Knight.
Yeah, Metal Knight can carry you through. So that alone makes him very, very valuable. But in my opinion, I know people are saying Narbear is better, but I still think Metal Knight is the best hill magic unit.
Metal Knight is also like really early to evolve in story mode.
Oh
for
yeah,
how good he is.
and it's not that hard either. I mean, if you don't have any evolved units, it might be pretty hard, but you can get one person to help you, and you'll beat it easily. And it doesn't take that long to evolve him, honestly.
Yeah, it's like 35 of the items.
Yeah,
like 15 or so portals.
Compared to everybody else, he's pretty easy. And I know, like in other tier lists, they like to separate it by magic and physical, but just for this, I feel like it makes more sense. It's because
Simplicity's sake.
yeah, we can explain it and everything because like Fuji's physical, so you know if it's physical buff, you bring him. But I feel like for most people, it's about getting the units first. Because if you just play the game and summon for a bit, you'll have enough for both teams. All right. So obviously, we'll explain if he's physical or magic. Like Fuji's physical, so if you need a physical flyer, get Fuji. But I feel like there's not a real need to separate them.
Yeah, not really. There's so little amount of physical flyers
Yeah, I mean Mirka's unviable.
that
She
Mochi is a good slow. He's definitely up there for supports.
I probably put him above Bon, honestly.
I think that's fine because I don't know if he's above Brook, but
Yeah,
you rarely see used. Mochi still used sometimes.
yeah. Just go back to like, there's gonna be some tradable units like Mirka. If you don't have Mirka shiny, I mean she's worth almost nothing. So if you are starting to try to trade some skins for her because she is worth nothing, but you could build up because skins are worth nothing as well. Who's this?
That's Aki. Aki, I think, is pretty good, but
Do you
I
know?
don't think he's anything special.
Do you know if he's hybrid or just ground?
I think he's just ground.
I feel like we. Do you know? Do you want to put him above or below Diane or Akano or?
I would put him above Akano.
Okay. I mean, I don't know
Pretty
much
sure
about
he's
him.
better. I'm just not sure.
Oshi is a must-have, honestly. Now, if you don't have any damage units, don't summon for Oshi. But if you have a solid team, Oshi's a must-have. Um, like a lot of us, I think Tucker hasn't got one back. Have you got one either?
No, dude, every time I summon on Oshi, it takes me like all of my gems, and I still don't get it.
Yeah, but she is really good, so she's a must-have. She's a support, makes everything cheaper. She's nice. I got Perona.
Great.
She's a support. I'd honestly put her under Bond. She's just another slow, but she's harder to get. So like, no point of being like.
Yeah. Is
But
she obtainable? No.
no, she's tradable. Like, so she's probably like in terms of slow the same as Mochi, but since she's so hard to get, I wouldn't even. Not even
Yeah,
worth
I'd
it.
put her lower.
Not even worth it. Power is insanely
Power
meta
is
now, but
amazing because of her bleed amp.
we will explain in a second why if you had power, she's still meta, but you don't need power anymore. An update ago, she probably was in must have, honestly.
I think she would have been still in must have if we didn't
But
get Shalta.
I kind of want to put her support though.
I would put her above Gojo, yeah.
Yeah, I'd put her in support because she just doesn't do damage, so I wouldn't call her meta ground. Now, Escanor, despite what people say, I still think Escanor's top 10.
I think he's on the lower side of
Yeah,
top 10
he's
right
going to
now.
be near the bottom, but I still think he's top 10.
Yeah, like give us one more top 10 and he's definitely falling out.
I mean, and he might even, I don't know what the units we've got,
Ainz may have kicked them out of top 10, honestly.
Yeah, possibly. But people that still say like that you need unique on him, I just don't think that's true, honestly, because
he's still really good without it.
Yeah, because like mine, I don't have unique, which I have Celestial, which is still really good, but he's still like, even and they're talking about he's not viable for story, but he is though. I mean, you can still get him to full AOE in story, and he still is gonna max out at like 170k. Like, yeah, he's not gonna get the full buff, but just because you don't get the full buff doesn't mean he's bad. He still is really good.
Like
So
pretty much almost all mythics are good for story to some extent.
yeah, and don't get me wrong, unique Escanor is amazing. We have 2 friends with unique Escanor, but even a non-unique Escanor is still good. So
yeah, Escanor is just good regardless.
Yeah, honestly, most of the units where people are like, you need unique, it's not true. It makes them better, obviously. Poochie is probably the best support now. Except maybe Shalta, but we'll get to that. I don't know if we'd even count her as a support because she does a ton of damage.
I think she'd still count.
Shanks is unviable.
Yeah, Riaz unviable, but
semi
decent trade value.
She is kind of it's tough. I'd honestly probably put her there because she does like, I think it's like, it's less than 100k. I know that. The problem is she's full AoE and a hill. Like, there's no need for that. When you're a hill, you already hit both. And it's like when you're on the hill, the full AoE is hard to reach because you have to be on the hill, So I'm actually kind of tempted to put her here, but she does have high trade value. I think we leave her an
trade
unviable.
Value is like her real redeem factor.
Yeah. Sabo, I think, is clear. Just good ground.
He's good burn.
Yeah.
He's just kind of fallen off.
Yeah, he kind of fell off when he came out, honestly. He was never, I don't think he was ever meta. I think I got
I don't really think
Psycho.
he was. Sayako, she is
I think
quite good for Aquas.
yeah, I think she does a ton of damage. I think
I
she's
would
still
put her
meta.
above Kyoka, honestly.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really use the units too much, but I know they're both very, very
I
strong.
didn't really use Kyoko, but I definitely did use Sayako for Aqua tournament.
Yeah. Um,
Shigaraki,
he's hard
he
because like normally you have like that Usopp tier where it's like, oh, you just put
yeah,
Shigaraki and Usopp there, but I think we know Usopp's gonna make top 10, so he is probably gonna be towards the top of Metaground.
I agree with that because the true damage
Yeah,
and his AOE is just good. It just does a lot.
the true damage makes him really strong in his full AOE, but he's not a
Yeah,
top 10 unit. Now don't get me wrong.
he's good for raids though.
It's arguable to have him in must have, but honestly, I think Usopp's a little bit better with the true damage. So
I agree.
Shigaraki is very close to being a must have, but if you have Usopp, that's slightly better. But I'd still get both. I don't have both, but I'd like to get Shigaraki. We got
Genji. I don't think
honestly,
he was that good to be honest.
no, he's not. I honestly want to put him in unviable, but I mean, we could put him in good ground.
I would put him unviable.
Yeah, I just don't think he's that good. I feel like we should move Eisen up though. I don't know why he's
Yeah,
so low
we
down.
should have him at the bottom, but he's like one of the better
Um,
good grounds.
I'd probably, I don't know if
I
above or
would,
below Sabo because
I
Sabo
would put
still
him
does a lot.
above. I would put him above Itachi because like
That's
he
fair.
still has value for like some of the older leaderboard maps.
Yeah, yeah, he is still good. Sonic is unviable.
I
Don't summon
agree.
for him.
Sasuke also probably inviable.
He does like stun though. I'm pretty sure, so I'd put him in support, but he's probably gonna go like there.
Yeah, kind of meh. Tengen, he's still really good.
I think he's
I don't.
meta hybrid. I don't think he's top
Yeah,
10
I was
anymore.
gonna say I don't think he's top 10.
It's close just because of how cheap he is. Um,
Yeah,
but you need like a good trait on his range, which I have. So for me, my Tengen would probably be better than my Escanor, but
it's
he's
like we have so many like
yeah,
full AOE's already in top 10.
yeah. And honestly, Escanor might be joining him down here, but he's still very, very strong. Tatsumaki's a
She
support.
is amazing support. I
Um,
would even almost put her above Brooke
I'm fine with putting her above Brooke.
because her ability for leaderboards is so good.
Yeah, it is. She's like a cheaper Julius, so
Yeah,
way cheaper.
she is great for leaderboards right now. At least for the Winheim, she was pretty good.
Yeah. We got Todoroki released now. This unit you cannot obtain anymore. I had him for a while. Useless. Does no damage.
Useless.
Um,
Usopp
Usopp has got to
definitely
be
is
top
top 10.
10. Uh,
It's really hard to kick him out of it.
yeah,
I would put him below Law because
yeah,
how easy he can be overwhelmed.
yeah.
But
That's the only
besides that,
thing.
he's really good.
Yeah, because Usopp still has the highest DPS in the game. So
Yeah.
even with Irons coming out, I want to put him in must-have, and I honestly like
Yeah, we might just put him there.
because I think
Must have.
I think it's unfair to the top 10 units because Usopp's going to be a must-have forever. So he's going to be top 10 forever, pretty much, until we get another
Like,
person like him.
yeah, it's like for no matter what you're doing, you have Usopp on the team pretty
Yeah,
much.
you can bring Usopp to literally anything. He has true damage. He sets down traps, and he maxes out a ton of damage. Like mine with no
He's
buffs.
hybrid on placement.
Yeah, he's so good. He is a top 10 unit for sure, but he's more of a must-have because he's gonna stay top 10. He's not gonna rotate out for a very long time.
Yeah.
You got Trigun unviable, just a trade unit. Vegeta is
Vegeta,
I'd
he's
say
low good. He's not hybrid.
yeah, when you evolve him, he's hybrid.
Oh, when you evolve him, yeah.
Yeah,
All right, that's fair then.
yeah. Yoshina,
She's good slow. Above.
I'd probably put her next to Mochi, honestly.
Yeah, because they do like the same.
Yeah, they're pretty similar. Amelia, top tier slow.
She-
I'd honestly put her above Gojo.
Yeah, I think she's more viable than Dojo.
She is hard to trade for though. She's very expensive, so just keep that in
Yeah,
mind.
and everyone wants her.
Oh, Deku does a lot of damage, but I feel like he's good ground, honestly.
I think he is too.
I'd probably put him there
I think that's fair.
because he probably does more damage than these two for most stuff, but it's like these two have certain uses. That's why they're above him.
Yeah, they have like good damage plus their specific use,
Yeah,
and
like
then Deku just
leaderboard and
has good
bleed.
damage.
Yeah, so Armin, I mean,
Unviable, I'd say.
yeah, Unohana's
Unohana, I
she's a
would put her
bleed.
in unviable at this point
She definitely is like an
because she's
unviable
so
bleed,
old.
but
She was the first full AOE bleed.
I'd I'd probably put her above Sasuke though. Still, I feel like she's still
She's good if you have her. Like if you don't have anything like better than her,
yeah.
but if you do, she's just not going to be used anymore.
Yeah, definitely not. Don't. Yeah, I'd try to trade her, honestly.
Unless you
Rayleigh
want her.
is a trade piece, so I'm gonna say unviable.
Yeah,
Diavolo is a support
he's
only
good
for
support.
leaderboards, so I'm putting
Yeah.
him right above Julius. Because him and Julius are the same, only leaderboards. You are not bringing those two for anything else.
Diavolo is more viable for like other stuff than
Yeah,
leaderboards though,
and he's
compared to
cheaper.
Julius.
Julius is so expensive. That's why I'm putting him
Yeah.
above. Daki is.
Daki is really good for what is it?
Well, how'd I
damage
get Kirito? No, she just does bleed.
up?
But she does a lot of bleeds. I'll probably put her below Gojo, honestly.
yeah,
Either
she's good for like
it's tough. She's just fallen out a lot with the new units.
yeah, dude. Those new units are just pushing a lot of people down.
Yeah. Kirito I think is still meta ground.
I would have to agree.
I don't know if they go above the Madoka units because I mean you could place 4 of him and then max at like 250. So like that's 1,000,000 damage between
Yeah.
4.
I think he would go above Kyoka. I'm not sure about Sayako.
That's fair, honestly. He does a ton. Doflamingo is
He's still meta ground.
yeah. I'm not gonna put.
'Cause
Actually,
he has such high DPS.
yeah. His DPS is really really high. Does he go above Shigaraki?
I think he might.
Yeah, I feel like you'd rather have Dofi honestly, because Shigaraki's better as Usopp, so get Usopp and then Doflamingo. So yeah. By the way, Doflamingo is now unattainable to get. You have to trade for him, and you are most likely going to get scammed if you trade for him now. So just keep that in mind.
Unless you have like maybe a Minato. You might be able to get like an unevoed Dofi for a Minato.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to
Yeah.
be hard. You're going to have to. There's going to be some scamming involved either way. So
Yeah.
because there's no value out now, but he's going to be really expensive, I'm sure,
Yeah,
just because of
everyone's
his
gonna be
use.
overpricing him a lot.
And as far as when we were playing, he has been the rarest portal secret. Like his portal was like 0.01% chance
Yeah,
to
his
get.
portal is so hard.
Yeah, so he is very rare as well. We got Homura. I mean,
Homura,
I
she's
still
meta
think
support.
I still think she's top 10. She does a
I
ton of
think-
damage, and
Yeah, I can kind of see it.
She-
She might get kicked out of it.
She
though,
might, but
depending on
yeah.
who else we have.
but I'd leave her there for now because she's still
Yeah.
she's good for everything. I mean, tournaments. I don't know if you really take her in the leaderboard though, so I don't know about that, but
Not really.
maybe.
Debatable on leaderboard.
Yeah, I don't
He's
know.
have different supports for it.
Esdeath,
Esdeath,
or
good, slow.
yeah,
That's
I'd probably
about
put her
it.
more in support now. She's full AOE slow, which makes her nice.
Yeah.
So I'd put her above
maybe,
them.
Yeah, maybe above them or above Brooke.
I could put her above Brooke because she still does a lot of damage too, but she's not. You bring her more for the slow now than anything, and she's not an Amelia, so. Kisuke is also support.
He's really old, so he's not like good.
I'd put him behind.
Really?
I'd actually put him above Brooke.
Hmm.
I just feel
Interesting.
like because he buffs
I
SPA
think,
and range.
Range and SPA a little.
Yeah, which is still I think is pretty good to have. He's just kind of a worse Poochie. I mean, Poochie, it's only his ability, but his ability is so strong. So
It's amazing though.
I mean, I could see him being a little lower, like behind Yoshina, but
Yeah, just because he's hard to get.
he
and
is
he's
really
old,
hard
so
to
not many
get.
people have him.
Yeah, I could put him there because of that. He is hard to get for a lot of new people. And then we got Merlin. Well, she's a support, isn't she?
I'm not even really sure. I remember how to get her, but I don't remember her being anything special.
Yeah, I know a lot of people wanted to get rid of her as soon as they got her.
Her cosmetic's not even that good.
Yeah, I believe she's a support though. She's magic ground. Yeah, she's a support. 30 more magic.
I mean, it's not a bad buff,
Yeah, I
but
think.
like Wendy's just better.
Yeah,
I think she would be maybe above Joker Joe
yeah, I'm fine with
Jojo.
that. Yeah, she's because you're not. She probably did a lot of damage when she came out, but not
You're just
anymore.
not gonna bring her. He's
Bakugo is close to
probably
coming off this
closer.
list. I'd
Yeah,
probably
he's
put him
probably
there.
closer to the unviable side.
Yeah, I'd still put him there because he does like 100 something K, 130K maybe something like that. So
Yeah,
he's still decent, but honestly, I'm gonna put him at the bottom. He's very, very close to coming off this list.
I
Piccolo,
agree. Piccolo, I'd say he's unviable because he just doesn't really do any damage for anything like that, and he's
yeah,
also unobtainable.
yeah, he's just a trade unit. Um,
Mediocre trade unit at that because he's like worthless.
yeah, he is. No, Shisui's
Like
another
Meadow's
trade
cool.
unit. Yeah, he's unviable though in terms of just the game.
Yeah.
He's a trade. He's a good trade unit, honestly. Yamamoto, he's a full AOE, and he has an ability. I don't really know how it works.
Mm, I don't even know what his ability is.
I kind of want to put him unviable as well.
He probably would be.
He's kind of expensive to trade for, and there's not much we have. Um, it's like, sorry, um, he's just not. He's kind of hard to trade for. He's pretty expensive. I think there's better units we have. Lord Boros, I don't.
Lord, he's fallen off since being unobtainable, but
I,
he's still quite decent.
I still think you put him like here, or maybe even
Yeah,
here.
I think he's above. Yeah, I think he's above those ones. Just
Yeah, he's kind of
he's just not
expensive
really worth
too.
trying to get.
Yeah. Now Dio, I know people don't like to, but I honestly kind of want to put him in top 10 right now. He might go to
I
top of
think
support, but
yeah, he's because his ability is super broken. It's just for the average person, you're just not getting him.
no, you're not.
Too expensive.
Hold up, give me one sec. Okay. Yeah, and just another point on Dio. I mean, people say you need unique on him. I don't think that's true. Yes, he's very expensive, so if you don't have unique, it's a little bit of a waste. But I mean, you're only gonna have time to get one Dio without unique, and he does 220K and can stop the map for like 25 seconds. I mean,
So it's so broken.
that's still really good. 220K on a non-unique unit is really good. Like I don't understand.
Yeah, it is. And then the ability is just crazy. I'm just saying though, I really wish I was playing when he came out.
Yeah, me
He
too.
would be so valuable to have.
Stain is top 10.
He's meta because of his damage amp and stun.
Yes, his ability is very strong. I want to put him. It's tough between Law and him because I don't know. I feel like he just has more use. You bring him in every tournament, literally.
Yeah, I think we might have to kick Homura out of top 10, put her in top of support,
I think that's
just
fair,
because of
fair
how
for now.
full top 10 is of supports right now.
Yeah. Um, as you can tell, a lot of the support units are really good. I think the problem with Homura compared to these other ones is her damage is not that high.
She's also unobtainable.
Yes, she is hard.
Because Law and Stain you can get at any point.
Yeah, Homer is just hard because she only does like a little over 100K, which is still good, but you bring her for the support, so I think we put her there.
Yeah.
Asano, she's still a good ground unit.
She's not bad.
Yeah, she does a lot of damage. I'd probably put
Yeah.
her there.
I think that's fine because I think Kyoko and them are a bit better.
Not too accurate on this information though, because have you seen a single person ever use her?
I think I've maybe seen Michael use her.
Yeah, but he doesn't even ever evolved. So
Yeah. And he doesn't place her right.
yeah, so there's no we have no idea. Heathcliff is going.
Heathcliff,
I'm probably
everyone
gonna.
hates on him. I think he's really good.
I do too. Like you see him. I mean, he does a ton of damage starting out, and yeah, he is just a big damage. But I'm gonna put him above Kirito just because he will be tradable. That's literally the only reason.
Yeah, his
Uh,
value, I think, will be pretty good.
Especially if you have a shiny one. I mean, you're gonna get some value.
Yeah.
And I mean, even like people that haven't played in a while, if they come back and you just give them a fully evolved Heathcliff, they'll probably give you some units for him, even non-shiny. So you could definitely get some stuff out of him. So that's why I'm putting him above Kirito. Clay is also tradable, and I'm gonna put
Clay
him here. He does a lot of damage. I think he.
Clay is also pretty good for what is
I'm gonna move
burn
Asuna up
or is
here.
it bleed?
No, he don't. He actually doesn't do either. He just does a
Oh,
ton
I
of
thought he.
damage.
I swear he did one of them.
No, I don't think if anything, it'd be bleed, but I really don't think he does. I'm pretty sure he just does big damage dealer. Um,
Maybe.
yeah, these units got a lot of hate, which makes sense because the show sucks. But I mean,
That's hate comments right there.
in terms of units, they're not bad. I mean that's why people don't like them though. Being honest.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Value a lot of the times is determined by likableness.
Yeah, Angel Devil is definitely unviable. Leafy,
Leafy's pretty good support.
I would put her in must have, but she's not really because you're gonna. Wendy is the must
There's
have.
just so many better ones.
She replaced like if you don't have Wendy, Leafy works. Okay, like
Yeah,
don't get it
but it's
wrong.
not like if you have Wendy, don't really bother though.
I kind of want to put her below Yoshina. I feel like that's fair to have her there.
I think that's good.
Because if you have her over Wendy, that's fine. But like real quick, I'm gonna just put Wendy and Orwin in must have. You have to have these two.
I mean, yeah, just not at the same. Like you don't have to bring them at the same time.
No,
'Cause
no,
that's
no.
just like a waste.
Yeah, they're buff units. And they're very easy to get infinite 100% buffs on and stuff. And yeah, Wendy's magic, Orwin's physical. That Leafy is magic, so she could replace Wendy if you do not have Wendy. But yeah, so if you pull these two legendaries, make sure to keep them. Now I don't think they're on the
Yeah.
list, but same with Speedcart and Bulma. Make sure you keep those.
Especially if you get like gold on Speedcart and Bulma.
Roshi is a good
He's-
ground, but I'm putting him
You're the
down
one
there.
who had him, so I'll let you do it.
He does like 140k, which isn't bad, but he's expensive to get to. Like it's literally the last upgrade takes him that. He jumps from like 30k to 140k. So
Jesus.
he sucks. Yeah, he sucks. I honestly want to put him there, but he still does decent damage. So we got.
Mash, I would say anything besides story, he's probably unviable.
I'm gonna go unviable. I actually like that they added him though. I think that's a cool
He
unit.
was really cool. His emote was amazing.
I'm gonna put
I
Charming.
would put him, yeah, above Yoshina, below.
Yeah, just because you
Katakuri.
can't get her anymore. Because otherwise, I prefer her over Katakuri, but you just can't get her
Like-
anymore.
Yeah, like if you played during her battle pass and you got her, like
yes,
she's
she's
there's
probably
no point in getting Mochi or Yoshina.
yeah. I'm just putting Mochi up here because you could still get him.
Yeah, Mochi's the only one still obtainable.
Yeah, all my I honestly think is
I
unviable
think
now.
he is as well.
Carrot also
Carrot,
unviable.
unviable. Sukuna,
Is a support.
he's good for the burn or bleed. Burn, bleed, whichever one he does. He's good for that, but like
I'd probably
you're
put him
not
next
gonna
to Bon.
bring him. I would as well. You're just not gonna bring him.
I'll just put him there. Yeah, you're not, especially with all the new units. Like Boa's unviable.
Boa,
She's trade.
yeah.
Aokiji trade. Galti trade. Yudo is just unviable. Griffith
Top 10, definitely.
still.
Whether you want to use him for damage or you want to use him for the buff,
Yeah.
he's top 10.
Well, this one has both, so both supports.
Yeah, we'll put them. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Now Griffith is arguably still the best unit in the game. He's 1 or 2. Skull Knight, I don't know if he's top 10, but
I
he
don't
is.
think he is. But
meta ground.
He's definitely like number 2 for ground.
Yeah, for sure. Sengoku is
Buddha,
he's
I don't
still
think
meta
he's
ground.
Meta ground. Is he meta ground though?
He just does a little. I mean, he's
He's
not
just so
worth it.
slow.
He's not worth it, but he does a lot of damage.
He does a lot of damage. He has a
A
giant
minus-
cone. He's
Yeah.
just incredibly slow.
I'm fine with putting him below Meliodas, honestly.
Yeah, cause like, yeah, dude, you just need so much to like make him faster.
Is Issei hybrid?
I don't think he is. He's like line/cone for the most part, though.
I'd probably put him there then because he's not a bad unit, but
I would put him a little higher. I'd put him above like Sabo. Because if
That's
you
fair.
need
I've
him
never
for, like,
evolved
an
him.
air tournament, he's all right.
yeah.
He's decent to have.
Guts.
Definitely top 10.
Yeah, he's
like number
top
2 or 3.
Yeah, he's top 3 for sure. Gabimaru, he's a
He's
decent
really
ground.
good, honestly. I would put him above Deku, honestly, because like he does good damage, he does pretty good burn, and he's a battle pass unit.
Yeah, that's fair. Chad is unviable, honestly.
Definitely
He just
unviable.
came out, but he's unviable.
I would put Roger in top 10, maybe really low in it,
Yeah,
because
I
he's like borderline impossible to get, but his stun and he does a lot of damage.
the problem with his stun is like his ability is just not that good. He
It's not horrible though. It's pretty decent.
I'm just debating him or Dio over Heaven. Like Dio over Heaven's
I would
impossible
put
to
him.
get, but his ability is so much better and only does
I
like
would put him
100k
below
less.
Dio.
Yeah, I feel like that's fair. Now, if you get Roger, I'm sure he'll be good trade value and stuff, and
Definitely.
he's still very good, but he just isn't what.
Like, he's still great to have. It's just really hard to get.
Now, Poseidon, I'm
Poseidon.
putting above
Yeah, that's
Dio.
fair.
Just full AOE, does a ton of damage. And I got unique on him, so he holds a
He
place in
just
my heart.
doesn't do the like bleed like Guts.
Yeah.
That's the main reason I'd say Guts is better is the
Oh
bleed.
yeah, for sure. I even think Law is better because just his Law
His
and Stain,
ability's
their
good.
abilities. Yeah. Kisame, I still think he's meta. He's
He's
really good.
I think he's great ground. I would put him even above Meliodas, maybe even Endeavor.
I've put him above
He's
Endeavor.
he's definitely the worst out of the Summer Stars,
Yeah.
but he's by no means bad.
His DPS is crazy. That's what makes him
Yeah.
so good. I feel like we haven't got that many hybrid or like, am I tripping? Because none of the sword art are hybrid. I don't think. I don't think
Not
so.
that many for hybrids.
No, or even Hill. Like this is kind of wild. Abdal, he's a meta ground.
Yeah.
I'd honestly put him above or below Sayako.
Uh, I'd say above.
Yeah, his burn is crazy. He does a ton of damage. He's super easy to get to, so his value is very high. He's not gonna be high for trading, but just in terms of having him, so good. He is now the second best burn unit. When he came out, he was the best, but no update got him dethroned. Harry Boot
She's
is a meta
definitely
hill.
meta hill. I would put her above Madoka.
Yeah, because there's people saying that Harry Boo's better than Metal Knight. It's not true. She's very close, but Fuji and Metal Knight are still on top for me. Albedo is a meta ground.
She's pretty high up there too.
I'd probably put her there.
I
She
think that's fine.
she's just not beating Shigaraki in terms of true damage and
Yeah.
stuff, but she's full AoE ground. So Evil Eye is honestly pretty bad.
Pretty bad, but still not horrible.
I'd honestly
Maybe
put her there. Her
yeah.
DPS is awful.
Honestly, I feel like Sengoku's not meta ground. Just because of how slow he is.
Yeah, and he's very
I
hard to get,
think
and it's pointless. I'm down to
because
move
when
him.
he's like yeah, because like when he's up there, like when he's upgraded, his cooldown is like 11, 13 seconds long.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's just so bad.
Yeah, Shalta, I think is top
Salta,
10.
I think she is as well. She
I
might be next to Stain, I'd say.
Yeah, because she's that bleed amplification. So then there's only one more spot in the top 10. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, yeah, 9. So somebody's either getting kicked
Alright.
or Demiurge. I don't think he's top 10, but I think he
He's
is.
close.
I think he's the new. No, I think it's tough between him and Tang because he's burn and his AOE is huge. It is huge.
I think the burn puts him above.
Yeah, that's really tough though. Honestly, either of them could probably swap. Dude, I just feel
They're
like
very
the hybrid and
interchangeable.
Hill is just empty.
Because there's
But
just like not many that are
yeah,
even that good for it.
yeah, except the ones in the top 10.
Yeah.
Narbera,
She's a good hill. She's
yeah,
really good. Yeah, she's definitely like in that top 3 area.
I see.
Very comparable to Metal Knight.
Yeah, I see people saying she's better just because like the DPS stats, but she does like 20k, I think, more DPS, but that's without Metal Knight drones.
Yeah.
And that's a huge thing. And she's
No,
single
she does
hit.
like 200k ish more, I think, without the drones.
I don't know. She does a lot more, but that's without the drones. And with the drones,
Yeah.
she still probably is higher, but she's a single hit. I mean, if the enemies have shields, you're not killing them. You need Metal Knight. Like she cannot solo Infinity Castle. Metal Knight can. So just for me, that slight more damage does not put her above him.
I think Narabura is better for like the AoE DPS, but Metal Knight is most definitely better for single target DPS.
Yeah, it's just because she only hits once. She cannot take out shields. She has no capability
Yeah.
or anything like that, or true damage, nothing. I think Metal Knight's still better. It's close.
I think Meta Knight and Fuji are a bit above.
I honestly think Smoker might
Smoker,
be the first meta battle pass unit we've got.
I honestly don't have them yet. I haven't gotten a chance to use them.
He does like 130k.
That's pretty good.
I mean, I think he's gonna go at the bottom because let me just check the good. I mean, I honestly, he might deserve to go down there, but just the recency bias and not being able to see him, he's probably gonna go there for me.
Yeah.
Um,
Minato, he's not bad. Like if you have him, he's
I
pretty good, but he's not meta.
I honestly want to put him in unviable.
I think I would put him above at least Akana.
I think he's worse than Roshi though.
Really? His damage isn't bad though.
It's like 80k.
No, it's higher than that.
I don't think it is.
It is.
Let's see, because neither of us use him.
I used him once in like a Namek.
His damage at level, oh, it's 115. That's not bad,
Yeah.
but
It's not horrible, but he doesn't evolve, which sucks.
yeah, and his DPS is not that good. I guess we could. If he's gonna go up, I think I gotta move Roshi up, because I still think he's worse than Roshi. Roshi does more damage and has less SPA.
Ainz is definitely top 10 though.
Oh yeah, Ainz is arguably
Ainz-
number one.
I would put him number 2 just because
Number
Griffith
2.
has multiple different uses.
Yeah, and that's the top 10.
That is good top 10, I think.
I agree. I don't know if
I mean, the last 2 spots I think are a little interchangeable.
Yeah. I think the bottom 3 you can move them around depending on what
Yeah.
traits you have on them.
You could definitely move them around. You could even, depending on what traits you had, put some of the drowns in there.
Yeah.
Like Estinor could definitely drop for like Dofi or like Skeleton Chain.
Yeah. I agree.
Even like Usopp could go up there.
Yeah.
Obviously, if
I
he
mean,
wasn't must have.
Usopp is a top 10, but it's the same thing. Like, he's not. You can't budge on him. Like, you can't be like.
Yeah.
He's going to stay in the same spot for a very, very long time until we get another unit like him. So he's going to.
Yeah, there's just nothing like him.
Yeah.
And he's so good for what he is.
So that's why he's a must have. I feel like this is pretty good, though. So, yeah, you could take a break and pause and just check. Like I said, any mythic's better than none. I feel like most in the unviable, though, are honestly pretty bad. Like,
I feel like the only mythics you really want to avoid are like the AOT or Tokyo Duel ones. Those
Yeah.
are like some of the worst mythics out
Yeah.
right now.
For sure.
Anything else is at least viable enough to get you to like Hollow World, and then you need like flyers.
Yeah, I agree.
Then everything else is good.
Yeah, well, that's the top 10 list. I mean, obviously the top 10 go for these guys. Ainz is going to take you forever, so good luck on that. But yeah, if you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments, or of course you could just type in the unit, Anime Adventures, and then boom, the wiki's going to tell you everything you need to know. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys learned something. Thank you for watching.